speak to us a bit more about speed over distance cameras? Are they more effective, in your opinion, than stationary cameras?
They definitely are, because it's quite easy for drivers to know where, if they've been through a trap and they think it's unlikely, they will get to another one before the next town. And the statistics have shown, for example, on the R61 from Aberdeen in transit between Aberdeen near the Eastern Cape border and Beaufort West, we had a lot of fatalities on that road, particularly in the taxi industry. And there was a discussion and a conversation between the taxi industry and the provincial government transport officials, whereby we sat down with Santaco, the mother body, and agreed that on that route, let's put in speed over distance cameras and also put in 2 drivers, because it's quite a straight, boring road. And if people fall asleep, then obviously the driver falls asleep because they're tired. You put everyone's lives at risk. And we have dramatically reduced the death toll on the R61 between Aberdeen and Beaufort West. And it was because not only of average speed over distance, but it was because of consultation, cooperation, and everything which is going to improve or reduce the risk of people dying on our roads. It's been expanded. It's on the N1. It's on the N2 between here and the foot of Salaries Pass. And we are, as far as Beaufort West, they are expanding it northwards towards Three Sisters. It is between Beaufort West and Laingsburg, which is the Kanidoot Pad, but there are still far too many accidents on that section of the N1. We're also expanding it southwards from Laingsburg back towards Towers River, and then on the R21, 27 going out to Saldanha from Cape Town. We have seen that after the introduction of average speed over distance cameras, the average speeds of motorists on that section have come dramatically down. And it's as a consequence of them having their pictures taken and getting a fine in the post. So it is a deterrent. We don't want to fine motorists, but we want them to operate within the speed limits, because we do know that speed kills. And the faster you drive, the more likely you are to have an accident, and at the same time, the more likely you are to die. It's as simple as that.
Now, one final question for you. What is your message to the South African motorist and even the South African pedestrian?
We really need to be conscious of road safety, and all other road users. We need to be far more tolerant with one another, far more patient. Our roads are congested. We have a plan to try and improve public transport in the province to get more people to move from private cars to public transport, and we're working with Metro Rail and PRASA in that regard. And obviously also with the city, between the province and the city, we've got an integrated transport network management plan to see how we are going to have other forms of transport like non-motorized transport, etc., to complement what is in the public offering, which is trains, buses and taxis. If one looks at the commuter traffic around Cape Town, roughly 50% of people commute in private cars in and out of the major areas like Cape Town or Bellville, and 50% go on public transport. And if you look at the market share between public transport, then most of it, 621,000 people, commute by rail, which is a massive amount. It's over 60% of people commuting. Then we have about 288,000 people who commute on the Golden Arrow bus, which is a subsidized bus scheme. And then the balance, about 18% market share, is the 7,000 taxis plus minus who operate in and around the metro.